and welcome back to another video on the Wrestling Debate into another edition of NXT or NXT 2.0 out of 10. The second week of this rebrand of NXT. The first week, I think it's split opinion, to be honest. I wasn't a huge fan of it. But obviously going to give it a chance this week, and we're going to kick things off with our new NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa, with some newer recruits to the brand. Hayes, Jones and Braun Breaker were some of the newcomers that Ciampa introduced before thanking the fans, who he called the soul of the show. Grimes then came out and said he wants a shot at the title before LA Knight followed suit. Dunn and Holland were out next and entered the ring before the Bruiserweight mocked the newcomers, calling them scared to throw the first punch. A massive brawl broke out and Ciampa attacked Dunn, and Pete and Holland were tossed out the ringside as Ciampa and Braun stood tall. Fun start to NXT, and kind of the right way I think it was supposed to go. Before backstage, the women's locker room was also in disarray in a brawl. Bloody hell, William. Including B-Fab, Elektra Lopez and Kaylee Ray. Back in the ring, Ciampa and Breaker challenged Dan and Holland to a match tonight. Before we got Kushida versus Roderick Strong. Strong got grounded to Ciampa early on and went for a headlock, but Kushida broke out there and got the hoverboard lock in before Roddy escaped the ring. Back after a break, Strong had Kushida on the ropes, but the champ reversed the superplex before taking a huge backbreaker and a suplex for a near fall. Roddy hit some chops before Kushida tried again for his signature submission move. Bivens distracted the ref while the Creed brothers dragged Kushida out of the ring to beat him up, and Ivy Neal hit a Superman punch on him at ringside. Strong then hit the end of the Heart 8 and picked up the win to become new champ. Grayson Walker walked out after the match and demanded the match with Strong, and after some deliberation, Bivens announced the match for next week. Can't wait for that match. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. This is a really fun match. Enjoyed it from start to finish, and I'm interested to see where Roderick Strong is as a champ goes, because he really deserves a singles run, even if it's with the Cruiserweight belt. Got another promo from Tony D'Angelo, who's going to debut soon. To be honest, kind of looking forward to him seeing him. Before we got Kaylee Ray versus Amari Miller. Lee Ray took a neck breaker early on before getting a big drop kick in. Ray kicked Miller in the head a few times before hitting a front suplex, before Miller returned with some strikes, before Ray caught her off guard and hit a gory bomb, quicking up the quick win. 6 out of 10. Yeah, great to see Kaylee Ray getting this push. She's so great. And hopefully the momentum can building like this, because I can definitely see her becoming a champion in the near future. Before Dante Chan, the first Singaporean superstar, was set to debut against Trey Baxter, and Chen took a kick to the face early on. Baxter went to the top rope, and Chen dodged the dive. Baxter nearly rolled Chen up for the 3 count before Dante came in and hit a modified version of the wing clipper for the easy win. I'm with this 6 out of 10. WWE could have a new star in the Singaporean market. We just don't know. As for the debut, this went good. I think for these fair few weeks, we won't really know with a lot of these acts. It was passable. It was good enough. So, fine. Joe Gacy was out next and talked about stage faces and such before heading for a match with Cameron Grimes. And the match then got underway. Grimes took Gacy down as the show began before Joe tried to come back with a triangle lock, but Gacy got a splash in the corner and hit a huge suplex before locking in a headlock before Grimes got free and hit a few big forearms before taking out a clothesline for a near fall. Grimes blocked a powerbomb before landing the cave-in for the win. Now I'm going to this a 5 out of 10, maybe controversial. I just wasn't a fan of the promo before, to be honest. The match was fine, but the promo before, I have to say, it was a bit questionable. But like with this new NXT, I'm prepared to give it time. Before we got Elektra Lopez versus Anna Shear. Lopez started off slow and hit a few big kicks before hitting a tackle drop to her opponent. Lopez caught her by the hair, hitting a body slam. Lopez then went for a spinning powerbomb and picked up the win before she called out B-Fab after the match, and her music hit when Hit Row member attacked Elektra from behind, and Lopez overpowered her and she sent her out of the ring as NXT 2.0 continued. It's good to get a bit of story into this one, which kind of really sets it apart. The match was some of quality. It was good. And then Hit Row Santos Escobar, Legado del Fantasma, extended the women's division now. I like it. Before we got Odyssey Jones versus Chipata and Millman in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Jones took on the 2 newcomers. They tried to double team the big guy, but were being tossed around. Jones hit a splash in the corner before taking both of them down with a double crossbody and hit a shoulder blade on one of his opponents before tossing the other one into the corner. Odyssey set them up in the corner before going for the 7-4 splash to get the win. After the match, Andre Chase attacked Odyssey with a steel chair, but Jones blocked it and sent Chase running back into the locker room. yeah, Odyssey Jones is a beast. I wanted him to win that breakout tournament, but yeah, if he keeps on doing this every week, kind of like Braun Strowman Raw 2016, that's also perfectly fine by me. Before Ike Manjiro was giving a tour of his wacky wardrobe, and it's more colourful than the NXT 2.0 logo, and that says a lot. Before Toxic Attraction without next, and Mandy Rose said that she was a gift to NXT. She blamed the fans for doing nothing when her face was injured. They called themselves the future of the women's division before they expressed their interest in the women's tag team titles. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing that at all. Before Zoe and EO were backstage on NXT, and they said that they were up for a title match before Persia Piroto came in and said that she wants a shot at the title once Indy was back from the honeymoon. Yeah, that would be a good match as well. But to be honest, I would actually really like to see that Shirai Stark and Mandy Rose's faction match. That'd be great. Before it was main event time, Ciampa and Braun Breaker versus Pete Dunne and Ridge Holland. Ciampa and Dunne kicked off the match, and Pete was caught in the backslide before dodging the fairy tale ending. Holland was tagged in and so was Breaker before Ridge hit a hip up kick on a newcomer. Breaker then hit a rolling suplex and kept the pressure on Ciampa before tagging in and hitting a running bulldog. Outside the ring, Ciampa sent Holland into the steel steps before Dunne was sent over the announcer's desk. Holland recovered well and set Ciampa over on the table. Back for the match, Dunne was in the ring with Ciampa and they were being tagged back and forth. As we continue, Ciampa hit a big vertical suplex in, and Breaker was being destroyed. Dunne and Holland continued to being on top. Before Braun and Holland managed to take each other out, and that got Holland taken out for a bit. Holland went outside to fetch the club again, but O'Reilly came in and attacked him, causing a non-finish. Except it wasn't a non-finish. Ciampa hit the Widow's Bell on Dunne before Breaker hit the Power Slam for his finisher. NXT referees to pick up. In fact, no, all referees in wrestling need to pick up. But yeah, on the whole, 7 out of 10. Braun Breaker, they're already making him a star, so they've done a great job with him. And the match on the whole was fine. Kyle O'Reilly in the feud. I don't have a problem with that either. Overall this week, NXT gets a 6 out of 10 from me. It's a bit of a mixed episode of NXT, to be honest. There was lots of good bits in it, like that main event, the title match. But yeah, lots of it was just building up new stars, and that's kind of what we have to expect from the early weeks of NXT. But on the whole, it was a fine old show. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave your thoughts, comments down below, to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. Peace!